So today I am going to answer a great question that I got sent to our email, which was basically how long can Alaskan Klee be left throughout the day if you've got a regular job and you have to go into your office, or even if you're working freelance but you have to pop out and leave to go to meetings. How do Klee do when they're left alone, and what is the typical time that we leave Sky and Copper by themselves? So Yasmin and I have basically, well, I have worked for myself for the past 15 years. So I've always predominantly been at home, apart from occasional meetings throughout the week where I'd have to go to a meeting and leave them for 3 or 4 hours. But otherwise I am usually home, and Yasmin has been working for herself since 2021. So the answer for us is that we're pretty much home most of the time with Sky and Copper. So they usually have us keeping them company throughout most of the day. The most they were left in the past when we used to live in London was maybe 4 or 5 hours would be the longest, and that would only happen a couple of times a week. And they definitely had some separation anxiety. Back in London, we were renting a flat, so we used to put them in their crate when we were going out, and I actually think that probably exacerbated their separation anxiety a little bit. They do love their dog crate, and it's like a safe den for them. So when Isla's being really rambunctious or she's kind of chasing after them and they need a break from her, often Copper will just go into the crate of his own will. But we have noticed since we've been back in California, we leave them out because we're not renting right now. So we leave them out in the house, and their separation anxiety definitely has improved, and they seem much calmer when we leave them. Nowadays that we work for ourselves and we work from home, for the most part, we're with Sky and Copper still. But of course, with a toddler and play dates and activities, they do get left maybe 2 or 3 hours most days. And they're fine. They do fine with 2 to 3 hours. They have each other, which I think obviously helps. And they also, they've got used to the fact that we're always going to come back. But if you're thinking about getting a Klee and you do have a 9-to-5 job, I would recommend definitely researching about separation anxiety, getting to learn and know more about this chronic canine condition. Also, ways that you can do separation anxiety training, so that if you do have a Klee that has separation anxiety, you can start training to see if you can ease some of their separation anxiety. I'm sure not all Klee have separation anxiety, but the majority of owners I have spoken to have definitely shared that their Klee have some separation anxiety to some degree. So it's definitely something to be aware of and consider when you are getting an Alaskan Klee. I'm not sure what Copper's trying to do here. But yeah, it's just something to consider. So I hope that answers the question that I got in the email. If anybody else has any other questions about Alaskan Klee or Sky and Copper or dogs or dog ownership, or even creating social media for your dogs, let me know and I'll be happy to answer any questions that we get. But that's all from us for now. I'm gonna leave these guys to wrestle a bit more, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video.